I mean, Malaysia of all countries should know how important an RTI is. We are the country of the 1MDB scandal that the whole world now knows about. And in 2016, the 1MDB audit report was made secret under the OSA. And a lot of other things, not just this report, is made secret, way back when our API, air pollution index readings, was also made secret. This is so important, for our public health, but it was an official secret. Things like the toll concession agreements, for many years, every year the government is paying millions and millions in compensation to these toll concessionaires, and we cannot see the agreements. What kind of agreements did you all sign?
在民主政治的框架下，人民应该充当监督政府的角色。然而，公众在没有足够资讯的情况下，检视政府的工作变得难乎其难。公众是否有权获取政务信息？哪一些应该公开？哪一些应该被视为机密？独立新闻中心媒体监督员陈祖安就认为，资讯自由法案就提供了一个完善的解决方案。
So, if you think about the OSA, it's almost like everything can be classified as secret, and only if you get authorization, then you can release that information. So right to information law kind of works similarly, but on the opposite way. So the first principle at the heart of any right to information law is that any information that is held by the state or government agencies, any state-backed agencies, this information belongs to the public. So and should only and if the public requests for such information, that information should be released to the public and should only be withheld only in very narrow, specific exemptions. So, for example, relating to our national defense strategy, or something that would, severely impact our economy, say something that would, how we determine our currency exchange rates, or things that would affect a neutral, independent third party privacy. But other than those exemptions, basically a right to information law would say that the public can write in and request for information from government agencies, and the government agency needs to respond within a certain time frame. So they cannot just keep quiet and just leave things be and let the request just meander and disappear. But the law will actually require them to respond. Even if the response is, I don't have the information, they must respond. So a right to information law will facilitate the process of releasing public information held by government agencies when a request is made.
陈祖安指出，虽然这些年来马来西亚的资讯自由已经得到了显著的提高，但仍有进步空间。
I think it has improved over the years. There are some instances where there is information available. For example, there is a well-designed portal for access to some key information and services at MyGov. It's called malaysia.gov.my. So there is a data portal there. And Parliament also has been quite good with their online publication of their reports, of Hansard and written replies. And the National Audit Department has also published their full reports for quite a number of years now. And generally, there are more, I think, departments that publish statistics regularly. The issue, though, with Malaysia is that without FOI and RTI law, basically it's up to the government departments how they want to process your request. There is no obligation for them to provide the public with information if you request for it. So it's really up to their good graces. And because of the OSA, a lot of things might also be, stamped as confidential or restricted, and then they would be prevented from publishing that information. There's also this question of ownership. So when we engage with the government departments, there is also this idea of, if you make this request to me, this data is owned by another government department, so you have to go to that department. The UN Special Rapporteur on extreme poverty and human rights this Philip Alston came to Malaysia last year in 2019. And he's just published a report, middle of 2020, on his findings. And he devoted a few paragraphs to data collection in Malaysia. So he said it was very difficult to get information, certain data out from the government. They failed to publish micro data of household space, for example, and nobody could give him an estimate of how many undocumented migrants or stateless people are in Malaysia, which hampers his research and hampers policy making for us and poverty alleviation. As I said before, a lot of it is the mindset. So this mindset that data held by the government belongs to the government. So we need to change that mindset, that data held by the government belongs to the public. And we should have a right to access that information unless it endangers us in some way, and it falls within those exemptions.
谈了大马对资讯自由的现况，下一期我们就来谈谈要推动资讯自由法所面对的挑战。